YouTube. So hey YouTube. And that's it. I'm gonna divide you guys in small rooms to have a better conversation. And I'm gonna explain for the new ones here that in those small rooms, you guys will need to choose a leader. And after choosing a leader that will lead the conversation, you guys will need to start introducing yourselves first, and then you can answer the questions and just to explain how it happens. And yeah, I'm gonna divide you in those rooms because we have a lot of people here and the conversation would flow better. And that's it. So you're gonna receive an invitation on your screen, and that's it. So guys, the one that is gonna go to the other room will receive an invitation, so please accept it. And bye bye. I guess just Angel. Hey Angel, how are you? Bye Angel. Let's continue. So can you guys see the questions here in the chat?
Yeah.
So let's start introducing ourselves. I've already introduced myself. So Adriani, can you introduce yourself to us?
Hi, I'm Adriani. I'm 25 years old, and I'm from Curitiba, but now I'm living in Mato Grosso. And I'm here to improve my English. It's just my second class here, and I'm here to learn more and more. You are muted.
I was muted. How I was asking, how did you find this platform? How did you find TNT?
A teacher in my school, my colleague told me about the platform, and I told her, "Oh, it's amazing! It's free."
Yeah. So welcome. I'm glad to see you here today. Please come back to my meetings. I want to see you again at this time.
You will see me a lot.
I hope so. So Roberto, can you start introducing yourself now?
Yes, sure. Hello, guys. Good evening. Hello, YouTube. My name is Roberto. I'm 25 years old. I live in Maringá, Paraná, and I'm studying English because I want to improve my speak skill too. And it's a good place to me to learn English and learn about a lot of different themes like today. So it's good to us to learn more a lot of things in English. And I hope we have a good talk today too.
Yeah, I'm glad to see you again in my meetings. I guess you were in every meeting of mine, and it's awesome because I like it a lot. So, Bruno, what about you?
Hello guys, good evening. My name is Bruno. I'm from Santos, in state of São Paulo. I'm 31 years old. I'm married. I work in a freight forwarder company for 80 years, almost not 80 years already. And it's a pleasure to be here. It's good when we can discuss some topic like this because it's very important, for us, for our society, and that's it.
Nice to see you here again. So,
Thank you.
Thais, what about you? Can you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Thais. I'm 24 years old. I'm from São Paulo, and I'm here to improve my English. That's it.
Nice to see you again too. So, Mateus, what about you? Can you introduce
Hello,
yourself?
yeah. Hello, guys. So my name is Mateus. I'm 23 years old. I am studying product engineering, and I will graduate this year. I hope so. Nowadays I'm working as data analytic, and I haven't been here for 2 months. So yeah, and I am in TNT to practice my English as well, and that's it.
Nice to see you, and please come back to this hour into my meetings because I love to see new people here. And let's go. Let's start. The first question I have, it's basically, what is domestic violence to you? How could you classify? How could you describe it? It's complex, but it's a great question. So, Bruno, what is domestic violence to you?
So for me, domestic violence is when some kind of violence happens at home, or in some place that nobody can see. Basically, that's it for me. I don't know if have another meaning for it, but in my vision, I see like this.
Yeah, I think it's the main idea.
Yeah.
So, Roberto, what about you? What do you think about domestic violence?
Well, for me, it's my my vision is not different about Bruno. Like he said, domestic violence is related to some kind of violence between within in a family or relationship, maybe, and it's more common to happen to women than men. So I think that's the for me it's the main idea related about domestic violence.
Yeah, I think that's the main idea. So, let me see. Mateus, what about you? What do you think it is?
Yeah, I agree what everyone that said. I think it's like a behavior of some relationship that the abuser use violence, I guess, against the intimate partner, or the abuser try to gain or maintain power over this person, right? And this can be at home, but I think the key about the violence domestic is not about at home, right? I think it's about people, it's really intimate to you, like your family and the stuff like that. Because I already read something like this, and I think this was a little bit about the definition that what is domestic abuse, right? So I think that's it. That's it.
Yeah, you've got a point. Like, yeah, people that are close to us and have like affection, and we have like this relationship. It's more like it's almost the same. It's the same. So, it's a way to classify. So, Thais, what do you think it's domestic violence in your opinion?
I agree with you. And I don't know what to say more.
It's okay. So, Adriani, what about you? How could you classify?
It's the violence that comes from someone you love, and I think that's the difficult, the hard to talk about this, and you are suffering a violence because you love the person, and that person doesn't wants to hurt you or not, or you know.
Yeah, so they kind of convince you it's okay to do that because it's like not only a physical abuse but like emotional abuse, and it's all related, sexual abuse, everything related. and it's really hard. So let's continue. So the second question, why do victims usually return to or stay with the abusers? Why they just don't go away? They still continue with this person. I think it's related to what Adriani said, but I want you guys to say what you guys think. So, Roberto, why do you think people stay with the abusers?
I think it's a lot of reasons. Of course, I will not know all of them, but I think it can be related. For example, the person is not an independent person, so I don't know, he or she depends uh, the the other people, like uh, uh, I forget the word, money, for example. They need to stay together because she or he can't live without the other people, or afraid of the other people hurt the your hurt or his family of them, and this something like this. I think it's a lot of reasons, but now I remember these two examples now.
Yeah, there are a lot of reasons, and we just can name some of them, but every situation has a specific case, so it's really hard. But let's continue. Bruno, what do you think?
So I think that there are a lot of factors that can 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 how can I say, can make this situation happen. You know, for example, a couple that have a fight, and it happens often, but one of them believe in that relationship. You know, and for example, in my case, I never passed through this, thanks God. And for me, it's terrible. You know, I hate this idea. I think that we need to respect each other. You know, but in some case, for example, a woman or a man, in the most of the cases are related for women. You know, so they believe that when you are with someone, you build something with this person. You believe that the relationship will be forever. You know, will exist forever. So I think that it is one of the facts. And of course, as Roberto said, that there are some cases that the woman is dependent of the man, you know, because the man uh, brings the resource for home, you know. But basically, in my opinion, maybe these two facts can be the most of more. They have more heavy, you know, in this situation to a person continue with the partner, you know, in my opinion.
Yeah, I totally agree. So, Thais, what about you? What do you think? Why do you think people go back to the abusers?
In my opinion, basically, it's for afraid, dependence, money. It's a lot of reasons. That's it.
Yeah, I agree with you. So, Adriani, what about you? Why do you think that victims come back?
It's money dependence, love. You are with the people, the person, because you love the person. And we are talking about husbands or wife, but can be a father, can be a aunt, a cousin. So it's persons who needs love the victim and not hurt the person. So it's a lot of cases.
Yeah, there are a lot of different situations, so it's really hard. Mateus, what do you think about it?
Yeah, I
Do
agree
you agree
what
with everybody?
Yeah, I agree what everybody said. I think it's like everyone said, we have a lot of reasons for this situation can be happen, like finance dependency, emotional dependency, and the stuff like that. But I will bring another perspective that I didn't heard from anyone here. I think one topic that's really important that you make this still happening is because the person feel ashamed, right? They really don't want to everyone know that the relationship is a failure, that the person they choose is really abusive person, aggressive, so make the person ashamed to tell the people about this, because they try to hide to everyone that this stuff is happening to her, to him, or ever like this. I really watched so many cases about this in TV, newspaper, about the people don't call the police or just come back to him to try to not share to everyone that the relationship that the person was involved was a failure. This doesn't work because they pick a wrong person or stuff like that. So I think it's a really reason that it's still happening these days. Unfortunately, but it's happening.
Yeah, I agree. You've got a point. I think that a lot of people, they don't denounce, they don't go to the police, and they just try to do it again, try to build a new relationship, and it doesn't work. But they just continue and continue over and over. And yeah, I agree with all of you guys. I think there are a lot of situations. Sometimes, like Adriana said, we have like our father or our cousin or someone from our family that we can't even try to go away because they're from our family until we turn 18 or something like that. So it's kind of difficult. And we have like husbands too. So I think it's like an emotional thing also. It's an emotional abuse, not only physical. So it's really difficult. I agree with everybody. So the third question we have here: is it possible for abusers to change? What do you guys think? Because some people come to this argument. So what do you think? Do you think abusers can change? Um, Let me see.
Yeah, it's a hard question, but I believe that everyone can change, for better. But it depends if the hey, I'm sorry guys, I sorry. Wait a minute, please, guys. So I believe that everyone can change, but the people only will change if they want. That's the point. Uh, I think if someone wants to change, really change, they need to do enough effort to have this change. That's the point. That's the point. But yes, unfortunately, we can see just a few cases of change in the situation. That's the sad point. But yes, we can change. Yes.
What about Adriani? Do you agree with Bruno? Do you think that they can change or not?
Oh, I want to believe yes. but I think not. There are cases and cases, but generalizing, I think not, because the person is like this. If you can hurt your child, and if you can hurt your wife or your mother or your sister or your brother or anyway, you are this person, and if you can hurt someone you should love and protect, I think you won't change.
Yeah, it's really difficult to. So, Roberto, what do you think? Do you agree with Adriani or you agree with Bruno?
Uh, in my case, I agree more with Bruno. Bruno, with Bruno. I believe that people, in this case abusers, can change, yes, but it's at the first time it depends more the people than the other things. Like for example, um, for me, I think that person needs to think and reflect what about he did in the past, thinking during the present, and try to be a better person in the future. But during this time, I think this person can search for a professional person to help to surpass this kind of problem. And after this, I think the the close peoples can help to these guys to be a better person. But I understand what Adrian said too. We can change the past, and the first time I think it will be very hard to person, but I believe yes that abusers can change. Yes, I hope.
Yeah, we all hope. So, Thais, what about you? Do you agree with them?
It's very difficult, but I think so. It's possible, but I don't believe that. That's it.
So, Matheus, what about you?
Yes, I think they can change because for the first reason that I think the people that is some abuse is abuse a person can change because we have a lot of type of abuses, right? We have it that abuse is not considered serious, but is a type of abuse. For example, maybe you already have a toxic relationship and you maybe get suffer some abuse, and the person can be changed in the future if another person they can develop these skills. So I think yeah, the people can change it, but the real question that we need to ask about it, okay, the abuser can change, but the person that suffered the abuse will forget about it. So I think sometimes maybe the person, if they change, the person that suffered this abuse will not forget about it. So they don't care if this person change or not. So it's really hard to talk about this. But yes, the person can change. The person can be a good person in the future. But the person right now that are suffering this kind of violence, maybe you not forget about this because it's a trauma that he or she will carry for a lot of years. So I think it's the real question that to answer. But yeah, I think they can change, guys, because we are here to change. We just need to have a good choice And of course, we have a lot of crimes that is not forgivable, but they can change. We just can't forgive them for it, but yeah, they can change. So I think that's it.
Yeah.
Just to compliment, please.
Okay.
The second question, why the victims usually return or stay with abusers? They have hope the person will change and stay waiting for the change and another case occur and another and another and, oh, sorry, I'm sorry, I will change, and the next come again, and the victim keep the hope of the change, and the cycle is just a ball of snow.
Yeah, I agree. Like one question is related to the other, really. I think that Mateus got a point because I guess that the question you need to ask is if the person will forgive because it's a trauma that will have for their life, like their whole life. And yeah, but I agree that it's a great, difficult question, but I think that uh, it can happen that someone can change. It happens, but like I don't think it happens a lot. It's we just see little cases. It's not common, and I think that most of the times it's like what Adriani said. Like if a person is capable of doing uh, everything with like their daughter or with their sister, and if they're capable of hurting someone this way that they should love, I think it's really hard to see people changing. It can happen, but it's really hard. So I think I agree a little bit with all of you guys. So let's go to the next question. Uh, is coronavirus causing more domestic violence in your opinion? And if yes, what do you think contributes to it, to this problem during the virus cases? Mateus, can you start? I'm curious.
Yeah, guys, of course. I think everyone you agree about it because it's totally related when we are still in our house. We are living with our abuses if someone is facing with it. So only with it to living if you are with your abuse every hour, every day, it will be a great chance to have a lot of many abuses in your own home. So it's the first reason that contribute about it. I think the second reason to contribute is the stressful. Like I said in the previous questions, when we talk about abuse, it's not like a serious things like it's like a toxic relationship that we are facing. I don't know if you have a bad relationship with your father, your mother, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your kid. I think the stressful that we are facing can be a factor to contribute to have a not healthy relationship. So maybe even us can be some abuser, right? Some toxic person. So I think the big reasons is the two that I said, right?
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Yeah, I guess it's the main reason. Thais, what about you? What do you think?
I think yes, because of the isolation, they spend more time together. It's very difficult. That's it.
What about you, Bruno? What do you think about it?
Yeah, I totally agree with this statement that when you spend more time with a person, uh, is is natural that you will have some discussion, you know. And in this situation of abuse, domestic abuse, violence, it can be increased, you know, because, for example, in this case, it's already happens. But if you have more time with this person, it will increase a lot, you know. So definitely, yes, it can contribute with this situation, unfortunately, you know.
Yeah, I totally agree. So Roberto, what about you? Do you agree with everybody?
Yes, I think we can see on the news, on the internet, see the growth of the percentage of the people live uh, together. I mean, in the same room, in the same apartment, and during this pandemic, we face a lot of things. I mean, all of us. So, for example, we need to stay in our home and depend of one reason, of course. It's depend of your work. It's so stressful, and you are in your home, so it's hard to separate what's the professional life and the personal life. We all of together in the same time, the same day, in the same all of thing. So I think this is one of the reasons the stressful can the stressful of work, or I don't know, other things, and the consequence of it, I think that uh, contribute and have some influence, and on the other hand too, if um, before the pandemic happened, the the I don't know, relationship family or close friends, you know, have a abuses historic. So yeah, uh, living together, the growth of the percentage of the domestic violence can be improved too, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's really hard. So Adriane, what about you? What do you think?
I agree with you guys. The pandemic is a situation stressing, and the abuser are in at home all the time, probably with the victim, and that's the problem, because in the normally time, the normally situation, uh, this person probably goes out to work or university or anything, and the victim can go out to school or to work or a family's house or something like that, and can talk, maybe for the phone, but can talk with the family. And when my abuser are with me all the time, I can't talk to my mother or my friend or talk to someone, and that's very stressing. And the situation can be uncontrollable.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I think that the weirdest thing is that while we're like talking together here, we are all united, we are all together. Sometimes someone is suffering from that and we can't help because we can see. We only see a wall and a headphone and a computer. So we don't know what is happening there. And sometimes it happens and it's more common than we think. And I don't know. It's difficult because maybe we're talking here and maybe someone is suffering from that and we can't do anything to help, and we're close to the problem but we can't help. So it's really weird, but unfortunately it happens. And yeah. So and like Adriana said, I think that when people have the opportunity to go to other places and talk to other people, there they are free to say and to open themselves to a person they trust and say that it is happening, and it's better this way somehow. It helps a little bit. So the fifth question: do children experience domestic violence also, and how does it affect these kids?
Can I start this question?
Yeah, sure.
I have a personal experience, so I think I will be good. I'll be good anxious. Okay, guys, when I was a child, I faced the domestic violence at my house. My dad used it to hit my mom when I was a kid. So I understand how this affect a kid when you are facing your home. So that's why I answer the question number three like I answer, because I have a real example that people can change, but it's not about it. It's about how do you forget about it, and how do you have it, and how is your relationship with this person, right? So for me, for example, yeah, my daddy told you use it to have a lot of aggressive behaviors and a lot of horrible stuff. But nowadays he's okay, he's on church, he's another person, but I still can have a great relationship with him, right? Maybe if he is another person with another behaviors, I think I still carrying this trauma, because I remember what he did, and until these days I don't have a good relationship with it. So I think the most thing that affects children is the trauma that the person will carry. Sometimes the abuse don't change, so he will carry this for the rest of your life, and he be afraid of the other people, of the persons. So I think the trauma, it's really bad stuff that sometimes you can just let it go, right? You just carry. So I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that trauma is the worst thing because we'll have it forever with us, and it's really difficult to forget it. So, Thais, what about you? What do you think?
It's very hard, né? I believe that very traumas for all life. It's difficult forget. That's it.
So, Bruno, what about you? Do you agree with everybody? What do you think?
Yeah, totally agree. Because in my point of view, it's like a atomic bomb, you know. For example, when we suffer something like that, the results will just, I don't know if it will end, you know, but the results will just uh, become how can I say it? The results will be for the rest of for the rest of the life, you know. And for example, in my family, my grandfather usually did it, you know, in the past with my grandmother, and all the childrens, you know, all my aunts and uncles, and my father too suffer with it, and they bring the results, you know, they bring the suffering from this for their lives. And conscious or subconscious, they act like, you know, they have some behaviors that they show that they are suffering yet, or they suffered before, you know. So it's like a domino, you know. You It will belong for a long time until someone change this behavior, you know. For example, my grandmother suffered with this, and my grandfather make it made it, you know. And the next generation will suffer with this situation, and will pass to the other one, and it will be long, you know. But someone in this line needs to cut it, you know. It needs to cut it, uh, looking for some psychology, you know, some friend to have a conversation, to be relaxed and exposure the situation, you know, because we need to have a conversation, we need to exposure all this situation, to have good feelings inside us, and try to be better person, better people, That's the thing.
Yeah, I totally agree. So, Adriani, can you answer this question? What do you think?
Yeah. Well, it's a child. And when I was a child, all my adults, the adults of my family do, I think it's right. And if my father hits on my mother, that's right. But she's crying, but I don't can't do anything. I don't can understand. I can't understand what's happening. That's right. And with like a woman, I can think, well, if my father hits my mother, it's okay. My boyfriend hit me or not. I don't know, because it's a child that is difficult to understand how the child will understand the situation. And like the Mateus lived this situation, he can today he can understand what happened and be a better person, like Bruno said, be a better person. But a child is difficult to put it in his mind.
Yeah, what about Roberto? What do you think?
Unfortunately, I agree too, because we can have two bad situations. At first, most of you guys said now, when the children face the domestic violence, and the other situation, I think, when the children receive the violence in about your parents. And it's crazy because when the parents should be a person to how can I say it? To teach, or to help a better growth of the of her of them children's. And when they face this kind of violence, it's bad, because like Mateus, Adriano, Thais, Bruno said, the trauma persisting during this life, it can hard to children, to these children, to conviving with the other peoples, because he can be afraid about this kind of behavior. Or if we see the worst situation, the the children can be passed away too. Like I don't know, but we have a case some few months ago, that the kids don't want to pass time together with the father and the mother too, and the final result, the kid passed away, unfortunately. And it happens too. If we don't have trauma, we can have this situation. So
Yeah.
So, guys. Oh, Matheus, do you want to say something?
Yeah, I
go.
just want to add about this question. I think the main trauma is changing how you relate to other people, right? Sometimes where depends how intense what was this trauma. Maybe you can just get in the side, say in the safe side, because you don't want to get hurt, and sometimes you don't trust with some people, and you can you sometimes you can get a healthy relationship because you just face this trauma, and this is a mess to relationship in the future, right? So I think the trauma change a lot how do you relate with other people. I think that's it.
Yeah, I totally agree with you guys. And yeah, guys, I think everybody's back. The guys in the other room, did you guys like the conversation? How was it? Anyone want to say something? I don't know. Let me see. Leticia, did you like the conversation in the other room? How was it?
Yeah, it was a great conversation. I really like this topic. To talk about it's really, really important. We had to learn and know about it. And yes, it was really great.
And Adriani, it was your first time today, so with me at least. So did you like the conversation? How was it?
It's a hard situation, a hard problem. It's a problem of the society. But I think it was very good. We can debate, talk about it. And I think it was very good.
So guys, Gabriela, what did you think about the conversation?
The conversation is so good. I learned so things, and I love this topic, and I love Lady Gaga too. The best singer ever.
I love her voice. So guys, I sent here on the chat the feedback and e aprendi accounts, Instagram, YouTube, everything that you need. If you have any doubts, everything is here. And please, there is the link of the feedback. Please answer it. It's just click on the link and answer the feedback right now. In the feedback, you can say if you like the conversation, and you can give me suggestions for other topics, for other meetings. So please answer it right now because I'd like to know if you guys like it. And it's my birthday on Sunday. So if you want to give me a gift, answer the feedback because I will be happy with that. And that's it, guys. Thank you guys for coming. I hope you guys come back to my meetings. And that's it, guys. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Answer the
Bye-bye.
feedback,
Thank you.
guys.
Answer the
I already,
feedback.
Answer
I
the
already
feedback.
Bye
answered.
bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.